So about 15 seconds from now, I will be live. So yeah, we do the pre-stream bit. Pre-stream. Oh yes, that much of it works. Close that down. We got nothing to do. That works. So see if this button goes live. Yeah, we're not listening to that tune again. So welcome to Trash Panda, something to do on Tuesdays, episode 7. I can't believe there has been this many episodes and people have actually watched them. And if you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Just about got this working now. So yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. You could be in the Discord. You could be live watching this. I could be watching it live like that. A little live thing. A little jumping logo that's right in front of my face. That wasn't very well thought out, was it? So let's unlock that. We could make that significantly bigger. We can make that bigger. Oh, we can do it all. I can edit this in. That across. Out smidgen. Edit that up. Edit that up a little bit so it doesn't show up quite as much. I am Lord Cog. Oh, then I move that. Okay, let's lock it down again. So, yes, welcome to the culture. I'm not watching what I look like on the stream at all. Hello, good evening, welcome. From the beating southwest end of Manchester, it's all right. I'm doing all right, you're doing all right. The thing actually works, which is amazing. No one is more amazed than me that it's up and online on a Tuesday again. I had some loads of tech aggravation over the last few weeks. And I wouldn't say I'm completely out of the woods yet, but that's what we do. Break shit and fix it again. So, there's actually someone viewing. Someone's viewing. I should go back and get the... yeah. Can minimize that. Hey! Nothing much, just a bunch of tech fails, just as usual. I know your professional streamers have got people for this. Well, they don't tinker with their setups, they don't try and upgrade anything, but, you know, I'm just me, doing a job and trying to stay on the air. Nice to see you, Alternative. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Over in the Discord, Digital Whiskey is heckling me. Mighty content creator. I kind of lost my nerve about it and just hard to get the oomph to go do it. Oh, open Susie Linux. See, everybody's more competent at this shit than me. The tagline should be... Yeah, I mean, it's not like actually on fire. I did manage to kill a monitor through my own incompetence, but fortunately I had another one. The studio area is just about a little bit tidier. So yes. Loads of people online, but quite sensibly they're staying away in droves. What does YouTube say? What does YouTube say? No concurrent viewers. Awesome. But one like. Nobody wants to watch it, but people are prepared to like it. That's hilarious. It is more or less impossible. Almost, yeah. I tipped a monitor over onto a scissor stand, the sort I'm using to do the webcam and shit. So I just punctured the LCD screen, which it did not like. The magic smoke immediately escaped. Oh, web Discord. So even more prone to go wrong. So maybe it's just not registering. But we are live. We are doing it. It is Tuesday. There is something to do. Welcome one, welcome all. At least one of us is streaming. If another one of us was streaming, I'd watch that. I would. Has anybody had any adventures this week? Anybody done anything? I got the majority of the studio tidied up and some cables boxed and labelled. I watched all of Lockwood and Company, which is very silly, but it's actually better than Doctor Who, so, you know, I was jonesing for some interesting fantasy or science fiction-y type stuff. Yeah, I wish I could. I've got to, really, tidy up these systems. But yeah, fixing things, fixing other people's things, trying to fix a friend of a friend's TV. That didn't go well. Tidied up my house a bit. Worked on the anti-squalor patrol idea I had. Just to tidy up just a little bit every day. It does seem to be helping. I do seem to be chipping away at it, and my life is significantly less untidy. Tinkered around making network or repairing network patch cables with varying degrees of success. And just generally working and recovering from work. It's work. So yeah, hopefully other people had a much more interesting time than me. Oh, and as a result of watching Lockwood and Co., I'm in the midst of trying to write kind of a lore book for a tabletop role-playing game based on the universe. Only for my own amusement to see if I can do something, just as a writing exercise more than anything else. But it could be fun. I like the really silly in-game universe. I'm a big fan of that. And the TV and book universe. So I've listened to a couple of the audiobooks. Yeah. How's about you guys? A long 15-second wait. All right. Yeah. In this day and age, we have to do partitions. Well, I got the Windows machine up and running. It wasn't working for the last few weeks because I upgraded the motherboard, and the memory that I already had definitely didn't want to play with the memory on the motherboard. I don't know why. I think it's incompatible memory, so I have to yank out one of the memory sticks, write down all the numbers and see what those mean, and just get compatible memory to bring this machine up to 32 gig. But it is a pretty great motherboard, apart from the sound chip is blown, which is a shame, but I don't really use sound on this machine anyway. It's mostly headphones. So I've got a connector that will go to the nice amplifier that's under the studio, and I really need to do a little studio tour to show you what's in here. It's slowly getting its act together, but I've got loads of broken things. There's loads of broken hardware about, which I need to find and get rid of. And yeah, start doing some filming. Just for us. Not really interested in doing it for the wider YouTube audience, but yeah. Well, this headset that I'm wearing is just really comfortable. I can wear it for like 4 hours plus, like I did when I was on Twitch. So really, if I want to use the stereo, I will be able to in a few days. Just using a USB to audio DAC, like a micro one that was only a few dollars, just to get some sound out on the speakers if I want it. But, you know, rewired the speakers and put the T440p on the network. Used the hub to actually do the network stuff. So yeah, bits have been done. Things have been fixed. time was spent. So yeah, and I got some ideas for how to shoot videos, at least at low enough quality so people get them. But it is just for us. I don't really give a toss if it becomes viral or I don't want to become a YouTube superstar. Who needs that? But I just want to stay in touch with my buds all over the world in a kind of relatively fun way. So yeah, so if you want to join in a chat and have your voice in the show, we can try it in the name of science. Should we do a call in if somebody wants to call in? Yeah, everybody got scared there. But yeah, I don't know. If you don't, you don't. It's cool. Well, yeah. We could try it. Nice. State taxes. That'll be good. Yeah. Come and hang out on the Blue Collar Radio Show. So yeah, good news for you. Yeah, be nice to be free and clear. I'd like that. Yeah. One viewer. So yeah, this is, that's all I got to say. I've got some videos planned that won't be too much hassle, and the means to shoot said videos. So, that's possibly a thing coming up. Outside of that, I'm just chilling. I didn't really announce this stream to anybody but the culture thingy. Oh, why am I getting that? I wonder why that is. What's interrupting me there? Yeah, well, it's not real freedom. It's just the idea of freedom. What's that? What's that going on? Let's reconnect that. There's the webcam. Ooh. Webcam dead. Webcam back. That's all locked down. So yeah. Freedom's just another word for nothing else to do. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Yeah, so the system is vaguely functional. And I felt like a good pack rat because I had spare monitors. I could have definitely figured it out. So I've got a 19-inch widescreen here as my second monitor, and the very reliable HP Compaq 24-inch screen. I had to restrain myself from ordering a 24-inch Lenovo screen to go on my right-hand side. But the T440p actually runs 3 monitors if it's a docking station. So the Sonic Sunday machine that I use, which I should use for the other machine, it runs Linux and this one runs Windows. In case I want to play games, it's marginally more convenient to use the Windows machine. And this one's been upgraded to an i7 with a new motherboard that's got 16, something stupid like that, USB ports and 14 SATA connectors, as well as an i7 and a cooler, and it seems to run nice and quiet, so it's doing its job. It was a bit of a faff to set up, and it doesn't have any sound. So the Cobalt rack arrived, but the hard drive was toast. So that's two eBay sellers I've got to get in touch with and say, look, I'm leaving you positive feedback, but there were problems with there were problems with the hardware. It's not a kind of like, you screwed me over. It's a thing that happens. I get it. I can fix it, but you might want to check it. Oh, it's not command line partitions or something daft like that, is it? In OpenSUSE? Tell me it's not a nightmarish command line thing. Alright. Just weird. Well, that's something. But this evening it's just a kind of almost like an experiment along the lines of, oh, like Fedora. Oh, okay. I didn't get on with Fedora. I am not as technical as you guys. I like Ubuntu. I like Ubuntu. I install Ubuntu until they kill it. Or make it completely unusable. I'm going to continue to use Ubuntu until they pull it from my cold dead hands. Because I just need something to act as an operating system so I can run other programs. So if something nice and gooey turns up after they kill off Ubuntu or make it unusable, then I'll use that. But until then, I'm going to stick around with this because it's easier. But we're running Windows 7. It's the old person internet TV show. Because I have enough trouble keeping all this shit running. But Sonic Sunday keeps being recorded. Miles had a few weeks off where he couldn't come over. I tried to fix his mate's TV. It didn't go well. Even though you have Fedora XFCE on one of... Yeah. I've still got to install XFCE on that Mac to see if that kills the graphics nightmare. But I have downloaded it. I will be giving it a go. I haven't played with that Mac in months. I'm glad I didn't spend any money on it that I couldn't rip off and use for another piece of hardware. Because I did buy an external DVD drive. Fine. I did buy a wireless keyboard and mouse, which is always going to come in handy. And I did get a 240 gig hard drive, like an SSD. And again, still going to come in handy. So yeah. May not be fussed. And I think I think the RAM that's in it are DDR3 SODIMMs that I can use on other laptops and shit. So I'm really not out a great deal of money. It was just fun to play with it for a few days. Fun to install Ubuntu on. And then its incredible levels of limitations kind of killed it. And the fact that it used to lock up. So if I can install XFCE on it and it doesn't lock up, who knows? It might become my bedside table PC for a bit. See how that goes. But the DVD drive does make an amazing amount of noise. But if it was in my bedroom, I wouldn't be using it for DVDs. It'd just be an internet machine. So yeah, and a music player. So it'd be quite handy to be able to play CDs on it. Fuck, that's a big upgrade. They're getting cheaper though. About 60, 70 quid, maybe $80 for a 1 terabyte SSD. It's coming down to about that. So, you know, really, it's about the same cost as, or a bit cheaper than a 240 gig SSD. Because you can get those 128 and 240 gig SSDs for nothing. So if you want to just bump up an old laptop, that's quite a good upgrade for very little money. But given that the NVMe drives are taking off and those are becoming the first boot drives for most gaming machines, the SSDs are just going to get quicker. How much are they at Best Buy? The terabyte ones? Because I've upgraded the oh wow, they have dropped in price then. Let's have a sneaky look. What are they on eBay in the UK? No. Brand new Integral 1TB V series. £50. That's not bad. What we got? We got many cheaper. I think it's just going to give me all the bullshit ones. And this is going to be 1TB sold out. Yeah. 512 for 30 quid. About $40. Wow. Yeah, they're getting cheap. It's about the same in pounds, but since our economy tanked against the dollar, £50 for a 1TB SSD, if it's a kosher one. Let's see if I can get a brand I've heard of. Oh. Pardon me. At least you can't catch anything from there. Here we are. Oh. About 60 quid. 60 quid for a SanDisk one, allegedly. That's the problem with SSDs, though, isn't it? Oh, me. Oh, it's getting there. Oh, yeah. I prefer any name brand. As long as you can rely on it. But yeah. Oh, I don't know what this is. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Bear with me a minute. So yeah. Back. Nose blown. Yeah. It's the pernicious urge to do upgrades that always breaks your systems. So yes. A bit, yeah. Hmm. So, yes, we will keep up the streams until morale improves. So, yes, marginal upgrades all round. It caused major hassles. Uh, oh. But we got the Sonic Sunday show out, so the Sonic Sunday machine is now on a T440p, which is a middling laptop. I was just about to buy a little wireless keyboard because there's no room for the keyboard and the decks on the desk with Miles's laptop and stuff. Yeah. So, yes. So, things are improving a little bit. So, it'll get there. Oh. It was an endless dicking about trying to find out if I could put 40 gig of RAM on the gaming machine. I couldn't. I might be able to get up to 32 gig of RAM, but that's about it. But I've got to spend 30 quid on the relevant memory. So, yes, things to do. But 32 gig and an i7 is a significant step up. Maybe we'll even install Windows 10 so we can go and play things. If anybody's got any idea on how to play stuff. Yes. And my daughter has come to the conclusion that her cat is badly behaved and needs a Nerf gun round up the arse, and I agree. But I was seen as a very bad person for even suggesting it. But sometimes you just got to sort your cats out. Yeah. Does it automatically detect your stuff? Start my free scan. Okay, we're doing that. Let's say 1600. Is that what it's running? Doesn't say how much RAM that is. An 8 gig kit. Or a 16 gig kit. I think I'd want 4 gig sticks. What? Oh, I don't think so. 40 quid? No way. Yeah, I'm not spending 14 quid. No, I'm not buying the Crucial RAM, but it will give me an idea what to look for. So there's that. And everything was fine. Yeah. So yes, there will possibly be a 16 gig upgrade, but I will find out what sort of RAM it is. So yes, kill that off. Let's kill it all off. So yes, computer upgrades are becoming to be very, very cheap. So we're doing them bit by bit. Which is what we do. As soon as the next upgrade comes into reasonable money, I spent £100 on the processor, the motherboard and the RAM. I figured that was a good bargain. Going to a full 4-core, 8-thread machine. Let's see what Task Manager said. Yeah, it's saying it's got 8 CPUs and 16 gig of RAM with 10 gig of RAM currently free. So it's running pretty nippy. Doesn't say what. Resource monitor, CPU. And it's handling. It's not even be doing this streaming live video. So I could do this. Do window capture. Okay. Okay. So, you know. Whoop. Can't do that. So yeah. So it's I've got all these CPUs. So yeah. There's that. Yeah. I think 16 gig is about the minimum you want to on a running PC at the moment. Although my lounge laptop is currently a Lenovo IdeaPad running 4 gig of DDR4 and an Intel i3, and that's pretty nippy for what you want to do. Is just browsing the internet and listening to stuff. Because I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks the last couple of days. Listening to the Lockwood & Co. audiobooks after I watched the TV series. But yeah. 5 pages into the Lockwood & Co. source book. Yeah, got a bit obsessed with that for some reason. Just like the idea. Kind of like English Ghostbusters meets Buffy. That was alright. Yeah. And working. And being tired after work, basically. Hold on. I just thought I'd share this a little bit more in the Discord. So that's in the Discord. It's my current desktop background. Ah, that'll make it slow. But this is the I've just shared in the Discord the album cover. Hold on, I can probably do something about this. Plus image. Okay. Browse desktop. Do that. And bring that down again. That's the that's my desktop background at the moment. And if you can't see it, it's it would be cool if everything wasn't so fucking shitty. And then the track list down the side of the Pretend album is like, goddamn, with all the infinite possibility of the universe, we somehow ended up on this beautiful rocket after thousands of years. We still can't fucking seem to figure out a better way to exist than an endless waking nightmare of cruelty when we could all literally just be vibing out. And the little, what they used to call a hype sticker says, could be a nice place, but... And that's by Teenage Stepdad, who's an artist on the internet. I thoroughly recommend going and checking it out. And he's even put the shrink wrap marks around the edge of the image, which is great, and a fake music logo. So yeah, the Teenage Stepdad music logo that's closely mirroring the things like Ronco records and stuff. So yes, it's pretty funny. So yeah, go check out Teenage Stepdad. That was a nice find this week. He's on Instagram. There's quite a few of them. So yes, I've read and stuff. I chilled out. I generally just vibed and had an okay time. I didn't do a lot in the last couple of weeks, but I'm slowly getting my shit together, which is something. I can only do so much technical stuff a day before I'm just pissed off with it, because it's optional. That's the thing. It's optional doing this stuff. And hello, thank you to Avagdu and people pinging me and stuff. And I had a few days off Discord as well. I was just tired, guys. How? There's no one watching it. How? I don't know. Thank you for the people liking it. I get it. You don't have to watch it. It's just something to do on Tuesdays. I wish you could play music on YouTube, because then I would play some truly terrible singles. And if you want me to play some truly terrible 45 vinyls, I've got a bunch. We could just have fun taking the piss out of those, but we can't do it live. Otherwise YouTube will ban me. This is the hassle. No one's watching, but the second it starts, I don't know whether you'd be allowed to stream them. Somebody would complain, even though the records are terrible and ancient. Just like, let it go. We're not making any money. Yeah. And all laptops run better with 2 sticks of RAM, or the max number of sticks. The next one's a P50, but I don't want to buy another computer for the rest of the year, really. I might get myself a P50 when they come down in price and I can buy a base unit and stack it out with a load of RAM. But yeah, thank you for liking the thing. Thank you for even popping in and having a little bit of a look. It's great. Everybody's got lives. You all got stuff to do. And I was hanging out with Miles today, and he wants to make a video on how we couldn't fix that TV, and another video about doing about the Fukushima and the related Japanese nuclear reactors. Yeah, see, I only buy Lenovo laptops where you can get at the RAM easily, because that's one of the easiest. That should be a super easy upgrade, and get to the hard drives easily. I don't like it when this is soldered on. I mean, I didn't pay any money for the IdeaPad, and that's got removable RAM, but I don't want to shell out for an 8 gig stick of RAM for something that already does the job. It's just a web browser laptop downstairs for when I'm having my morning coffee and my breakfast, and generally coming into the world. That's the laptop I watch stuff on. So it's my coffee and consciousness laptop. Yeah, man, you got to take a chance on things. I've bought stuff that you've got home and then gone, oh, really? Yes, but you can't just cram any old RAM into a desktop, otherwise everything freaks out. And sometimes you can't get at the RAM. I mean, if anything happens to the little idea pad, I'm nicking the NVMe drive out of it. With an NVMe drive, if I ever get a motherboard that will take an NVMe drive, they're nice and quick. It boots dead fast. But it really, in the face of things, generally doesn't make a lot of difference. I mean, it's not like computers take 2 or 3 minutes to boot. The longest they'll take is 30 seconds. And that's it. So yeah, that's all it is now. Yeah, I mean, if it works and it does a job and you've got a home for it, then good. That's why I'm not buying anything computer-wise for a year. I'm going to try and slow up. I've got so many videos and so many things to try out and do now. I've got a stack. And I was going to do some very, very low production quality videos about acronyms that I like. And I've got a new one for you. Might not be new to you, but it was new to me. My mate Stan, who's all the way down in Devon, one of us basically. And he used to produce the End of the World radio show on Mixcloud on Team Human, the one with all the train crash images. And he came up, he told me about one. I don't think he came up with it, but he heard about it and he passed it on. Stable, SABLE, which is stores acquired beyond life expectancy, which is great. It's like, I've got all the toys I need to play with for a long, long while. I've got loads of artwork I want to do. At least I'm starting with the writing. There's a few little upgrades here and there that I might get, but I'm trying not to buy any cables. I've got like a whole bunch of... I'll show you on the studio tour all the little boxes of cables that I've got in the studio, because I keep not having cables and buying more cables, and it's very, very, very frustrating. So I've boxed up and separated all the cables I have so far found. And I have got a lot of mini USB, micro USB, and odd USB and HDMI cables all over the place. So I'll be rounding more of those up and separating those off so we can do more stuff. I can do some maybe some video capture or something like that. Cat 8 cables. I've only just managed to get the Cat 5 switch up and running. That's doing its job and it's looking cool. I've then got to play with the Cisco router that I bought, which will make the switch kind of obsolete. And I've also got the Cobalt rack, which arrived with a busted hard drive. This is my Cobalt rack. There's its little display port. But it got no hard drive because the hard drive it turned up with is dead. So I bought I haven't got any of the old type of hard drives, the IDE ones. So I bought an adapter to plug a SATA hard drive into the IDE, and we'll see if I can install that. But I bought a Cat 5 crimper and some ends and boots and stuff like that, and revived a few Cat 5 cables. And I've got a stack of them. If I'd actually rounded up the stack of network cabling that I've just got lying around, I probably wouldn't have bought the toolkit. I'd have just binned the knackered cables and stuck with the giant pile of functional cables that I've got. But I did get a Cat 5 tester, and I did get a Cat 5 crimper and a cable stripper. So if I need to build anything specific, I've got the tool to do that now. But it's largely obsolete now. So yeah, just doing a bit of interesting wiring. Bit of old school engineering for no good reason is essentially what that is, but it will keep me entertained, I'm sure. And I don't mind the hard drive being post on the cable because I got sent the original Rack 3 user manual. So yeah. So we'll see what we can do with that and what we can patch in, and we'll try and show it on the show. If you've got an idea for an image that should be displayed on the streaming, do let me know. Let's share some stuff. But yeah, at the moment it's just me and Hindsight, or me and the alternative hanging out. And feel free to jump in at any time into the chat, just say something. But yeah, so it might be a pretty short show today. I don't want to be sat here for like hours and hours and hours. I'd rather chat directly with Hindsight in the Discord, and you can too on the Culture Discord. If you don't know where that is, just ping me and I'll send it in. So yeah, just like I've got to get out of my sort of like laziness and start producing media. Like I said, I've got a load of ideas for very easy to do short videos. It's just yesterday I just really needed a day off, and today I needed to do some tidying up, and Miles came over, so that was good. It was all fun. And I got the giant 50-inch television out of my house, which was brilliant. So yeah, there's not much going on in the world, but that's fine. The world is going to hell in a handbasket. The idea is to just take a break from that and hang out. All right, no problem. I'm just as happy to just chill out. If anybody comes in and wants to have an actual chat in the next, I don't know, 15 minutes, that's fine too. I don't know what's happening in the Discord. I don't think anybody would necessarily watch this. This just needs to be a fixture. So thank you very much to Hindsight for hanging out in the chat, texting, which is absolutely super brilliant. And it's keeping this thing alive and keeping my will to live going. The Discord chat is there if anybody wants to chat at any point. I'm going to stay on the Discord and see what happens. But I'm also just probably going to watch some YouTube vids and stuff. And yeah, just generally chill out and prepare for work tomorrow. So being about, I'm going to be being about and being hanging on the internet on Tuesdays, showing the vids of the week and giving everybody a preview of what I'm uploading to YouTube, and that's cool. And I know people will watch it at some point. All right, you got hassles with the main office. Yeah, I don't get any of that because I wash dishes. I tell you what, doing a blue collar manual job, that's probably about as safe as you can possibly get, because for the moment we're cheaper than robots. And we do the stuff that will be too complicated to program a robot to do. So it's fine. And I get to do a TV show that nobody watches. It's very much reminds me of Max Headroom, where they've got the TV show in a little camper van and they're driving around avoiding people. It's kind of like that. It's peaceful. This is our show. We can do what we want. So yeah. So that's pretty much all I've been up to. Maybe I'll have a more structured thing. Maybe I should record a little vid what I've been up to this week that nobody will watch, and it's fine. I maybe need to do some running around in the woods and shouting at stuff again and start previewing those, getting out for a little bit of exercise. Trouble is, I've been getting too much exercise at work. It's very much a physical job now, but it does mean the shifts go far, far quicker. So I'm going to call it at 48 minutes and 15 seconds. If you have watched it while we're not recording, when it wasn't live, thank you very much. Nothing happened. You don't have to watch it at all. It's just like a little bit of a catch up and a hi to people that's shown up. It's cool to have chatted with Digital Whiskey. Ah, right. I'm glad everything's good. For Hindsight. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it pretty much, man. So thank you if you have watched it this far. It's only a short video. There is nothing to report really. We'll try and come up with some more interesting stuff. I don't know whether we want to do news segments, but I think there'd be, if you're streaming, then the news segments, people have to be on the stream, but I'm okay. I'm really glad. All right, okay. But I am going to close down the live stream. I'm going to just chill out for the rest of the night now. Thank you very much for watching if you watched. I know it was less than 50 minutes long, and I'm going to call it here. So thanks for watching. Do that. So thank you very much for watching. It's been great. Thanks to all my Patreons, Weaver of Webs, Avagdu, Wrigley Table Bambi, to Zoo Echoes and Direct Current for all sending me Patreon cash. That's really appreciated. That's them scrolling across the bottom there. So yeah, it's appreciated. It means that I'm kind of funded a little bit for buying weird shit and then talking about them. I have got a big pile of weird shit to talk to you about, but yeah. So we're going to do that. I'm going to close down just at the point of about the 50-second mark. So as those people scroll up, Weaver of Webs, Wriggly Table Bambi. I wish I'd made this scroll slightly faster. Na 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 na. And of course, let's cut it off. Thanks for watching. It was effective. Anyway, you take care. I'm going to kill it. And I'll speak to you soon. Or I'll be on the Tinterwebs.